This is a response to SuperLunary's video, The 5 Questions. The first question would be the era. I would like to live in the 60s. I would like to have experienced the civil rights movement, hopefully from the point of view of someone fighting for civil rights and not against it. And I would have loved to have been a part of the coffee shop scene to get to see these people, these wonderful folk artists like Peter, Paul, and Mary, who are my absolute favorites of all time. And then, what celebrity would I meet if I could and be intimate with, or? Well, I would not be intimate with anybody because I am married and I love my wife. But I would give anything to meet Peter, Paul, and Mary. I would have given anything to meet Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm sure I will meet him someday in heaven. And this is a little off topic, but I would love to have met Roy Rogers and Dale Evans Rogers. They are just super people who I look forward to meeting in heaven. They did so much for the adoption movement and for the rights of, all people. Even though Roy Rogers was a cowboy, they were very much into the humanity of all races and the brotherhood of all races. They're just wonderful people. If I had one wish, what would it be? Well, I believe that true equality and true freedom and true peace will come when the New Jerusalem comes, when Jesus returns in the clouds. But I would love to see some small part of that on earth now. I would wish to see some true equality in this country, where I would love to never ever hear the question again, are we ready for a female president? Are we ready for a black president? If I had any wish, it would be not to have to be in the sort of country where that question even has to be asked. Are we ready? That's ridiculous. What place would I visit if I could visit any place in the world? I would love to visit Scotland, because it is where part of my ancestry came from. Or Wales, that's where part of my ancestry came from. Pretty much anywhere over in the British Isles would be fine. But for my father, if I could, I wouldn't mind getting to visit South Africa and taking him with me, because I'm sure that would be the trip of a lifetime for him. And I would get more pleasure out of seeing my father have pleasure from the trip than I would get in having the trip myself. Lastly, something about myself you don't know. I used to be a DJ on a college radio station, not a very good one. I was on, not a very good DJ, that is. It was a good radio station. I was on Eastern College Radio in St. David's, PA, Eastern College. It was WECR, Eastern College Radio. And I was David with the Alternative. The Alternative was a show where I played anything except for alternative music, because alternative music was the only thing that anybody else played. It's not that I didn't like alternative music, I was kind of into the Spin Doctors, but I was just sick of having to hear it played on the radio. I was sick of the top 10 being alternative. So I would play lovely selections like Dance with the Reggae Smurf, which is one of the best songs of all time. Any track off of Father Abraham and Smurfland, that was a humdinger of an album, you better believe it. And I played a lot of old folk music and things from the 20s and a little bit of Al Jolson, the stuff that was not racist horseshit, which is not too much of it. Things like that. Anyway, thank you for putting this question out here, or, this Answer the 5 Questions. I found it interesting. And this is my first attempt at music in the background. And everyone else has music in the background. My next step will be to try to get the editing going. Have a good day.